What's going on, everybody? Back again with another video, and today I want to sort of give a quick and basic tutorial for how to play Mirage. A lot of my friends are starting this game now since Counter-Strike 2 is coming out, and I just want to give them a quick referral video as to how this map is played out and some key lineups and smokes and also positions on this map. So starting here on T side, spawns here are random, but on to the left is A and to the right is mid and B. So we can start on A site. For T, on a very basic level, there's only 3 smokes you really need to know, and that's stairs. There's one smoke that lands here. There's one smoke that lands here in jungle, and also one smoke that lands here in CT. So to go over those 3 smokes, I'll start with the CT smoke, which is right here. If you see this blemish on the wall, you walk up to it, and this wood stick sticking out, you aim slightly to the right of it and jump throw. And if you don't have a jump throw bind, you can easily look one up on Google, and you just put that into your console. As you see, the CT smoke lands. Not really a gap for them to abuse, maybe a little bit, but one thing to be wary about is if they hop up on top of CT smoke, but that's a pretty easy shot if you're a T player coming out of ramp. So the next smoke is the stair smoke, and for that you jump onto this ledge here, align yourself with this, I don't know what it's called, and then aim in the middle of this box, sky box right here. Aim in the middle of it and left click throw. And that should land right on top of the stairs. And now you pair that with your jungle smoke, which is right here. Line yourself up in the middle of these 2 window things, and aim 3/4 up of this trapezoid, 3/4 of the way up and to the left, as you can see here, and left click throw. And that should land with pretty much no gaps. And so with all these smokes land down, it should look a little bit like this. And so the site is basically isolated from the mid players and the rotator or the ticket player. So all you have to worry about are people on site, which I'll go over some common spots later. For B site, it's pretty simple. There's not too many things to smoke here, but the first smoke you should know is to block off this window. And to also smoke right here and right here. And so to do those 3 smokes, I'll start with the market window smoke. Let's go in this corner here, aim at the corner of the roof here, and jump throw. And when that lands, we'll block that off. So now the left and right arch smoke is right here. Come to the right side of this window, look up, and between these antenna piece and the roof here, just aim in the middle and left click throw. And the other one is up to this wooden banister, crouch, aim at the left crown of this lantern, and jump throw while crouched. And as you can see, that will land and block off all of arch / cat. So now with all 3 smokes down, you should also have an isolated site on B, except for a market door. So now that those smokes are over, you can look at some vital mid control smokes, because taking mid on Mirage is very important. And so the normal smoke people usually do is have a top to mid smoke that lands right here, so you can cross to the middle without being spotted from the window. Or you could just smoke window off from spawn. So to throw the top mid smoke, you jump on top of this garbage can and you aim at the left at the right side of this antenna and just left click throw. And as you can see, it will land right there, so you can cross mid without being shot from window. Now, to smoke window on 128 tick, you walk up to the garbage can, aim at this top right of the door, and while holding your D button, you press your jump throw button. And that should land right in the window and block that off. Now, on 64 tick, the way I learned it was, you see the symbol on the door? You walk up to it, crouch, and aim at the top of the railing and crouch walk forward, and once your crosshair hits the chair, you jump throw. That should land in window. Wait, fuck. Wait, I'm trolling. What's going on here? Yo, cut the... Sorry, it's been a while since I've done this. There you go. Yeah. Anyway, so as you can see, once you get mid control, that opens up a lot of options now. Since window is smoked, you can either isolate the con players by smoking off cat here, or you can even smoke off top con, so you can go up cat. You could, if that's smoked off, you can fight this guy in cat. Or vice versa, you could smoke off cat and fight the con players. Pretty basic, but very necessary to know those two strategies, especially when you're taking mid control, so you could split a site. Now that's the very basics for T side. I'll go over CT side, where it will all come together with all these smokes and how they work. So starting as a CT, which you spawn here, I'll first go over A site, right? So the first thing you want to do as a CT is molly ramp. And I did that by running and just bouncing it off the red wall. So now what that does is prevent any rushes from the T's out of A ramp from the site. And now your other job as an A player is to flash top mid by jump throwing. So what that does is help your window player peek mid almost immediately as the T's come out mid. And okay, so if let's say you don't want to molly ramp and you say you just want to smoke it, what I do is walk up to the missiles here, walk up to the front of it, and aim between these two pillars and just left click throw. So that will perfectly smoke off ramp from a pretty safe spot on site. Now that I got that out of the way, I'm going to show you some common spots that you might find CT players play that are on site. The first one is probably the ticket player. He's probably playing right here, or he could even be on top, like this. And this ticket guy might even be at triple here. Now, there's a lot of other spots you can play in this map, but that's just the very basics of it. And there might be another person playing behind default, holding this angle, or even on top of default, under balk, or even on top of this box here under balk, or on top balcony. Those are some common spots on CT side, on A, and now let's go over towards the mid slash con player. So usually there's two people on A site. One person playing on site or ticket, and there's a guy playing top con here. So this top con guy's job is to flash the mid for the mid guy at the beginning of the round, and also smoke bottom con. This is very important. That's kind of bad. Oh, sorry. There you go. This is very important as it kind of gives you the smoke to work with, but also it gives you cover. Let's say they're coming at A. People from mid won't be able to see you, and it gives you more room to play with. So that's also very important to know. That's about it for A site. Let's go into mid. So for mid players, you work in tandem with your cat player and your con player. Now, usually what I do is call for flashes from my A players to peek window. But say I have a good spawn, there's a couple things you could do here. Let's see, even op, you can post up on top of this box and hold like this. Get your shot off and fall. You can like flash for yourself like this. You can do a pop flash like this. But anyway, the point of the window player is basically hold mid control for as long as you can. Eventually the T's will take it from you if they smoke you off, and when that happens, you either rotate to con to help the A players. You can passively hold it, or you can just rotate to B. But that's up to your discretion how you want to play it. So for B players, what you can do, there's usually two players, one playing cat and one playing apps, or playing on site somewhere. Sorry. Some common spots would be jail, which is right in this corner. They could be playing this angle on empty pillar because it's empty. They could be playing on the other side of empty pillar, holding this angle. They could be on this box here, holding this angle. Obviously, they could be playing in market, holding the cross with like a op or a scout. They could be, the cat players could be here in get right or arch, and they can also be cat here, or even they could be on top of this boost where you need another person to get on top of. They could be in van here. And so with this many angles, you have a lot of room to work with. And so typically if you're a B anchor player, if you're not going aggressive in apps, you can be jump spotting like this. I recommend jumping from right to left because less of your body is exposed when you're doing the jump spot if you're jumping from a lower ground to a higher ground. Or you can just go like that for info, and then if let's say you see someone, you can throw a molly down. Okay, that was bad molly, but you get my point. Like I said before, this is a very common spot as well. And also, you can be playing on top of apps here in this angle, which is a very good off angle. So you get a kill here, and then you fall down. That's it for B. Trying to think of. All right, so now that you got B down, so as you know, as I said before, there's a cat player, a B site player, a mid player, a top con player, and an A site player. That's 5. And so a very useful game knowledge trick is, let's say you kill this cat player. Well, now you know there's only one person on B site, and if you scale fast enough, or coordinate with your teammate who's in apps, you could split this guy, who's by himself essentially, until this mid player rotates. But you know that there's only one person left on B, and the same goes for A, right? So let's say you kill this guy CT, you kill him. Now you know that theoretically there should only be the top con player and the mid player. So you can isolate the site basically almost immediately. Okay, that was a really bad smoke, but you you can almost take CT control almost immediately and scale the sight pretty well if you get that one pick. Obviously there's exceptions, but that's the general flow of the game. With that in mind, I want to segue into the next part of this video where there's some advanced smokes and different plays you can make that I want you guys to be wary of. So let's say you have a very good spawn as a CT and you're a window player. One play you can make is making a cat jump. With the help of your A player throwing the flash top mid, you can make this play where you jump to cat and catch the T's off guard because they wouldn't expect the cat player to get there so quickly. So as they're peeking mid, they're probably looking at window or cat, but they're not expecting a cat player there so soon. So that's another play you should be wary of. And there's a few one-ways that actually are pretty good too, such as this one. And as they run out, they can't see you, but you can see them. There's also some boost here where I can't really show a boost right now, but if you have a teammate, they could stand on top of you here and you can essentially look over like this, which is a very good off angle. Alright, so now let's say you're in a situation where you're stuck Tetris. You can essentially execute all the A smokes that I taught you before from Tetris, and I can show you that right now. So to smoke CT, you just aim right here. To smoke jungle, you go right here. Wait, no, right here. And see this curve in the cloth, you aim like right here, left click throw. That should land. I haven't done this in a while. Yep, there you go. Kind of off. I need to fix that, and you can also smoke stairs by jumping up and aiming at this dot here and jump throw. Very useful. You can also smoke top con. I mean, not top con. You can smoke jungle off like this as well. Also very useful. Now, another thing about A is, as you're taking sight, let's assume you have all your smokes down and you're executing. A very good molly to throw is, well, two of them. As jungle is smoked here, a lot of times CT players would run out through the smoke, so you can throw molly at bench to get them as they run out, and another player could molly under balcony by just throwing a molly off this A sign. Now molly the person under balcony. Another important smoke you should know is how to smoke top con in many different ways, so you can execute a B split pretty freely. And so let's say you're top mid, you walk into this barrel, and if you see where the top of my smoke grenade and the antenna, see this antenna right here, you align it the front of the top of the smoke grenade and just left click throw. And that will smoke off top con. Now another way to throw that smoke is from this corner right here. You gotta wedge yourself in here, and then you left click, jump throw, while aiming at the tip of the antenna. And that will also smoke top con. Now to throw from spawn, you get yourself in the corner here. You crouch, aim at this metal beam, walk walk forward while crouching, and then jump throw. Wait, that kind of missed. Anyway, that usually does work. I don't think I walked far enough. Let me just do it really quickly again. Okay, so once you hit the bottom of the next metal piece, it should work. There you go. Perfect. And there's another way to throw it from a ramp, which is you can get in this corner, aim at the intersection of this antenna, and jump throw. That should land perfectly. That will enable you to essentially split B with an aid of the window smoke, clear con, and then you fight this cat guy. Another advanced smoke, I should say, is, let's say you want to smoke B apps. You can do that from this garbage can. I like to aim where the shadow and the light meet, and just left click throw. Now smoke off apps perfectly for you. One last tip I could show you guys is, let's say you want to flash Tetris here. You could do that by staying in the corner here, aiming at this wooden pole, and just left click throw. Now pop and blind anyone here. And there's actually a way to smoke a main from this spot too. Is if you aim here, this maybe this will help. Aim at the same spot, but go down until you hit the wood here. And we are aligned with this wood. Left click throw. Boom. Now you have a main smoked. I think that basically sums up my very basic rundown of Mirage. And as you get better at this game, you will eventually learn A, new lineups, B, new strats, and how to position yourself to get those impact kills that will lead to round wins. Thank you for watching, and I plan on doing Inferno next, so if the feedback is positive, I'll definitely put the time into making that video. Thank you.